you ready to rock this 20-minute medicine ball, no impact, and core cardio countdown? Today's workout, you might need a ball, okay? This can be a medicine ball that's weighted, but you could also use a soccer ball, basketball, or even a pillow. If you want to up the ante, you can grab a lightweight dumbbell. I have mine set to 10 pounds, and that's with experience. Our workout today is 5 exercises in a circuit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30 on, 10 off. And then we're going to drop that time down to 25 and then down to 20. 2 seconds, we're going to listen to that tone. We're getting into that warm up with that walk in place. We want to remember our body alignment, toes straight ahead, feet hip width apart. And we're going to improve our posture with a gentle pull in on that belly button. This supports our spine. We're pumping opposite arm, opposite leg, because the more body parts we're moving, the more muscles we're working, the more our heart and lungs have to work, so the more we get out of this workout. In 5 seconds, we're gonna go to a jog in place and slowly bring that heart rate up. Here we go, so onto those toes. Now, if we want no impact at all, we can go to a high knee march. Either way, the knees are going straight ahead in line with those toes. We're pushing those feet through the floor and we're picking up that pace a little bit, just starting to get the body moving and the heart rate up. This helps get lots of oxygen and blood supply to our muscles so we can fuel that workout. So keep pumping those arms. We're going to work on that posture, chin tucked and head pushed back so our ears are over our shoulders, over those hips. We don't want to get into this posture here where we're forward. 5 seconds, we're gonna grab our ball or pillow for a chest pass and a march. So bend those knees and pick up that ball or pillow. You're gonna go down into a light squat and throw that ball across the room, march to go pick it up. Bend the knees, sit down, push that ball away. If you're sparse on space here, you can throw that ball up higher. Using that leg, those legs, and anything we do in this workout with that ball, we can do with the pillow. If we have no space at all, but you have a dumbbell, you can simply go into a squat, push up and away, and march a few steps, turn, and same thing. 5 seconds, and we're going to a lateral lunge reach, our first dynamic stretch. Feet wide, toes straight ahead. We're gonna sit down into one leg. Toes, knees, hips, straight line, stand up. We're gonna pivot those feet and reach the opposite arm across the body and squeezing the glutes under. All right, and then back to the beginning. So sit down. Hopefully you feel a nice stretch through the inside of the leg that's straight. And then as you tuck those hips under for that reach across to that far corner, you're gonna feel a stretch through the front of that hip. Now, as you reach, if you keep your shoulder down and back, away from those ears, you may even feel a stretch through the outside of your armpit here. I'm going to pivot so you can see from a different side, a different angle. Pivot those feet, reach across, shoulder away, not letting it go up here. Make that stretch happen on that opposite side. 3 seconds, we're switching sides. Take a mental note if you feel the stretches differently on the different sides, all right? I notice that I have I'm a little bit tighter through the left inside of my leg. That just tells me that I need to be stretching those muscles a little bit more. As I sit down into that lateral lunge, I want my knee going straight forward in line with those toes, stacking toes, knees, and hips. Be aware if your foot is turning out or if your knee is going out wide or in. Those are all indications that you may need a corrective warm-up to improve our muscle patterns to prevent pain and injury. 10 seconds, big squeeze on those glutes. And in 5 seconds, we're going to a medicine ball swing or even a dumbbell swing here, or a pillow, whatever you have. That ball is going to come in between those legs, toes straight ahead. Grab a hold of that ball, swing it back, and push those hips forward to stand up nice and tall. Most important, the chest stays up nice and tall as I go down parallel to the floor. If these types of swings are new to you, you can slow it down. Drop it down to the floor. It's a deep squat. Swing it back, up and squeeze. Think of it as a standing plank. Belly button gently pulled in. Everything nice and neutral. If you're doing it with a medicine or a dumbbell, it's the same movement. 5 seconds. And then we're going to go to an alternating dynamic hamstring stretch. 1 foot flat on the floor. Opposite toes tapping the floor. Slight bend in both legs. We're going to bend at the waist and reach towards our knee, shin, or toes. Push those hips forward to stand up and squeeze. And then switching legs. Notice my back stays nice and neutral, meaning I keep a small arch in my back. My head goes in line with my spine. I'm not looking up. That creates a lot more tension than what's necessary in the upper back and neck. And I'm pushing my hips forward, squeezing my bum to stand up. A gentle pull in on my belly button, just lightly pulling it away from my waistband helps support my spine in this prone position, reducing back pain. 5 seconds, we're gonna hit the floor for some medicine ball taps. This is where we're getting that core work in here, guys. Hands under the shoulders, feet hip width apart. We're just gonna tap that ball. Now it's important to have a lot of modifications here because we don't want any pain. So we can come up and use an incline and tap. It could even be your water bottle here. All right, and you can do these up against a wall, just leaning forward and even tapping up in front of you. If you don't have an incline position, we have back pain, we can come into that quadruped. Knees under the hips, feet flexed. We're down to 10 seconds, and we're gonna finish our warm-up with some ball slams, bringing that heart rate up nice and high. Step those feet in. We're gonna take that ball overhead, feet hip width apart. We're gonna throw it down to the floor. Chest stays up nice and tall as we sit those hips down and back. It's a deep squat. You can get more power through it by coming up on those toes. Now, as I reach overhead, my shoulders stay away from my ears. Remember, I can do this with a ball as well. It's important that as we do that, we keep those hands over the ball so it doesn't pop back up in my face. If we don't have a ball, simply a pillow, you can go all out, throw it down. 3 seconds to finish that warm-up, guys. Beautiful work. Keep those feet moving. 15 seconds. Our first exercise is going to be that ball slam, 30-10. Our second exercise is going to be a lunge, down and back with a rotation. In 5 seconds, you're coming with me for that ball slam. Let's throw it down. Bend those knees. Sit down deep. Chest up tall with that belly button in. Whether you have a medicine ball that's weighted, a soccer ball, basketball, or a pillow, throw down through that floor. Keep that chest up nice and tall. Belly button gently pulled in. 5 seconds. The heart rate is flying high, guys. I feel it. Second exercise. All right, that lunge with the rotation. Feet hip width apart. Step 1 foot back. Bend those knees down. And then you're rotating over the leg, over that front leg. Back up, you can come to balance or a kickstand. We're gonna switch sides. Down, rotate, and up. All on that back toe, all 5 toes should be touching the floor. And as we rotate, that knee needs to stay in line with those front toes. We don't want it going in. 3 seconds. You're gonna feel that working those hips. Just like warm up now. We're going to that medicine ball chest pass and that high knee march to keep it low impact. Don't forget your modifications here. Short on space, throw it up high, march those knees, turn it around, sit down into that squat. If you don't have a medicine ball, using that dumbbell or pillow, you simply squat, hips down, push up, carry it to march. If you want to pick it up a notch and make it a little bit more high impact, you can jog, all right, or jump or sprint, depending on what you're looking for. But without leaving the ground, my heart rate's high, guys. Medicine ball swings. Here we go. Down and back, up and squeeze. We want to feel that tall plank position at the top. My glutes squeeze tight. My belly button pulls in. What I don't want is a banana. Those hips shouldn't be coming forward. Already over halfway, guys. 10 seconds left. This is our fourth exercise. 3, keep working. There you have it. Plank with that ball tap. Last exercise of our 30-second round. Are you ready? Hands through the floor. Feet hip width apart. My belly button is pulled in. My glutes are tight. And I'm tapping that ball. I want my hands punching through the floor. My chin tucked and head pushed back. We don't want to be a turtle. We're not just strengthening the core musculature here. We're all going all the way up for that posture into the back of our neck. 2 seconds. 10-second breather before we jump right back into that ball slam. All right, 25 seconds for round number 2. Here we go. Sit down deep. Toes, knees, hips, straight line. Notice my feet are going a little bit wider to make space for that ball. Remember, whether it's a ball or a pillow, overhead, sit down deep, throw it through the floor. Belly button supporting. 3 seconds. Almost there, guys. Throw those worries and stressors out of the way. Lunge with rotation with that medicine ball or your dumbbell. Stepping down and back, hip width apart. Think of as a lunge as a squat with a kickstand. Everything in good alignment. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Everybody's depth is going to vary here. Your back knee does not need to go as low as mine. It should be pain-free. Medicine ball, chest press with that march. You hear me breathing heavy? I'm working it. We're feeling it, guys. Let's go. High knee march. Pump those arms. If you've got that ball, sit down deep. Throw it up. Safely. Try to turn opposite directions each time. March those knees and pump those arms. 5 seconds already. There you go. Medicine ball swings in 6 seconds. Breathe it in through the nose, out through that mouth. Again, feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip width to make space for the ball and the arms, depending on your body build. Squeeze the bum as you stand up. Lock it in. Think of this as a standing plank. No back pain. You can always slow it down. Make sure that form is perfect before advancing into those repetitive swings or increasing that weight. Medicine ball planks. Take that deep breath. Don't forget those modifications. Use that incline or those hands and knees. If you're on the hands and knees for a quadruped, you can even put a small ball on your back to make sure the rest of our body is stable. Breathe, guys. 3 seconds to finish round 2. That's it. Last round right here. 5 seconds. Ball slam. 20 seconds on this time. 2.5 minutes to finish your workout. Let's give it our all. Up nice and high, long and tall. Belly button in. Shoulders away from those ears. We're sitting down deep. We're digging down deep for one last one. Make it your best. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Lunge with rotation. 20 seconds. Focusing on that form. Feeling those legs, glutes, hips, and core engage as you rotate. If this is new, go weight free. 5 seconds. Whew. Feeling that balance engage. This medicine ball is making it really hard, even without jumping. Bend the knees, pick it up. Chest pass, medicine ball march. Here we go. Drive those knees up. Pump those arms. Down to our last half of your last round. Give it all you've got. The lights at the end of the tunnel. Big deep breath in. Medicine ball swings. Here we go. Remember, we want to keep that small arch in the low back. The nose should be pointed at the floor as we go down. If we were to do these up against the wall, our upper body would stop. 3 seconds. And one last exercise left. Medicine ball, plank taps for the finish. Almost there, guys. 20 seconds. We're earning that cool down and stretch. Making time for our health, for our body, and even our mind here. Keep tapping. Focus on that form, especially as we fatigue. 2 seconds. There you go. Rolled up all off to the side. Get a quick drink. We're going to go into a very focused cool down and stretch to bring that heart rate down. Here we go. Nice big deep breath here. In through the nose. Reach overhead. Exhale. Circle those arms down. Beautiful work. 3 minutes here. A cool down is not necessary. Research does not correlate to reducing injury, but it can reduce soreness. It can prevent delayed onset muscle soreness, and it can help us feel better day to day and help bring that heart rate down slowly. We're going to go with those toes wide or feet wide, toes straight ahead. Step one foot slightly forward so the heel is in line with the opposite foot's toes. We're going to lean into that leg and squeeze the bum under. Feeling that stretch through the inside of our thigh. Muscles that tend to feel tight. Keep up nice and tall through that chest. Not only are we exercising whatever your health and fitness goals are, but exercise has a huge correlation with improving posture, balance, and longevity if it's done correctly. Go ahead and switch sides. When I focus on stretching, it is very specific muscles that have a correlation to pain and injury, as well as all of the exercises that I choose being smart movements that help build our body in functional patterns to get the most out of our workouts. So even in our stretching, when we're tired, we want to make sure we've got good posture. We're going to go into our hip flexor and thigh stretch. Feet hip width apart in a lunge, back foot flexed. Big squeeze on those glutes to tuck the hips under. Everything else stays up nice and tall. You can then add an arm reach towards the ceiling or a small lean to the side, only if we feel that increase in stretch. Now feel free to put a pillow, blanket, or mat or pad under that back knee so that there's no pain. But you can also use a raised surface like a couch that allows you to bend your bottom knee, squeeze, and reach to feel that stretch through that hip. And even step that hip forward. So it's like a lunge position, just without having to get down on the floor because we don't need back knee pain. Go ahead and reach overhead. Small lean to the side. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Enjoy that stretch through the front of the hip. down into that thigh. And in a few seconds here, we're gonna finish with a cobra to stretch out the upper body, level out our breathing, and be proud of all of our hard work today. Toes together, knees wide. Reach those arms away from your body, shoulders down and back. Sit those hips towards those heels. Big deep breath in. Expand the belly, expand the lungs. Exhale. Press that chest towards the floor. Feel that nice big stretch through the outside of those armpits, potentially into that low back. Feel free to use a raised surface if the knees are having a hard time bending that deep. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. And be proud of all of your hard work. You made your workout count. You made time for your health, wellness, and fitness goals. Keep up the great work. Please like, comment, share, or subscribe to my channel for more workouts, as well as more techniques and exercises for injury prevention and pain reduction. Keep up the great work and never hesitate to reach out.